So I use my pickup truck all the time, and I got this really cool cover from Bak Industries. It's the Bak Industries Vortrack. It's a retractable cover. It's basically a garage door, aluminum slats, and it's pretty awesome. Had it installed for about 9 months now, and it's awesome. It looks nice. And the other day I went to close it. For whatever reason, it's stuck inside there. So called up Bak Industries, told them what happened, and they said, sorry about you, but we actually discontinued that cover a couple months ago. So they said, go to our website, pick out any product, and we'll ship one to you. No charge. So that's pretty awesome. That's what they did. So today I'm gonna swap out my Vortrack for the new Bak Industries Revolver X4S. There it is. All right, here's my new cover. I'm gonna start with a box of hardware, cover, rails, and all the hardware. Should be pretty straightforward.
So this is my disclaimer. I bought this cover originally. I paid full price for it with my own money. Once I did the research, I decided on this cover, and it's pretty awesome that Bak Industries held up their warranty and took care of me after everything broke. And right here, I'm just gonna show you the locking mechanism. So basically this is a cable, a steel cable that's coated in rubber. And when you pull that, it just releases the tabs and allows the cover to roll up. Once it starts to roll up, you can see the little teeth here. These are, I think they're a polymer, but it's a plastic kind of teeth. And the steel locking mechanism locks down to every single aluminum slat. So about every 2 inches or so, there is a tooth holding the cover in place. It's a really nice feature. No one's gonna be able to pry in here with a pry bar or anything like that. So I really like that. Last thing I really like about this cover is there's no moving parts. Everything is pretty much manual and leaving a lot less room for anything to break. And since that's what happened on my last cover, it's nice to know that this one's just plain and simple. So I'm gonna highlight some of the other things here. They're solid aluminum clips with steel bolts. There's no drilling necessary because you just mount these right to the rails. And I did 3 on each side, so front, middle, and back. These rails are extruded aluminum. They've got a nice steel locking mechanism in there with a spring, and that spring lever closes when the cover itself closes. So that's what actually locks it. And finally, there's some steel brackets that go up towards the front of the truck, towards the cab. And they put this nice little foam on here, and that just prevents scratching of your bed and a little bit of road noise if there's any type of vibration. So just gonna go ahead and finish up. So now you grab your cover and you place it right in the rails where it's gonna sit. Now be careful when you unwrap it and unroll it. Just wanna make sure you don't cut anything or scratch your cover. Then also, just go ahead and set it in place, unroll it, and you're just gonna try to line everything up. Lastly, you're just going to open and close the tailgate. You just want to make sure that the rails don't sit too high or low. You want nice coverage of your cover all around your bed rails, including the tailgate. Now towards the cab of the truck, you're going to take these 2 bolts, slide them into the extrusion grooves on the underside of the cover. These will line up with the holes in your brackets installed on the side rails. This is the hardest part of the job. You have to make sure these bolts line all the way up, and it's tricky because once you close the cover and try to put the bolts in place, you can't see it anymore, so you lose all visibility. I also had this plastic piece pop off during install. I reached out to the manufacturer and they sent me a replacement. Popped right back on, and I haven't had an issue with it since. Okay, we got the final steps now. We're going to install these rubber bumpers on the cover. That's so it prevents it from bumping up against your cab window. Finally, I installed these straps that held the cover open. These are the same clamps for the side rails, but this one just has a strap attached to it. They just hold your cover on so it doesn't unroll while you're driving. I've owned this cover for 6 months, and I open it probably 3 to 4 times a week. It's held up really nicely, and I'm a really big fan of it so far. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and leave me a comment below if you have any more questions.